Let's begin the discussion of labels. And people want to label something. Ladybugs, they want to label it as such. I'm this, I'm that. Spectrum. There's only four things about the biological issuance of what we are. There's the male and female, obviously, you're going to have that. And these are labels. But the other part of that is there's four genders or biological issuance of sex or whatever it is you want to call it. Genders, I don't care. It doesn't matter. You either have one part, whether it be male or female, or you have both parts, or you have no parts. Which I don't know if there's ever been somebody that's had no parts. You have to be able to go to the bathroom. Whatever the case is, you have to have something. So you either have one, the other, you have it outside, inside, both, or neither. That's one of them. The other labels are people wanting to claim something. Like the upside down triangle or whatever it is, the pink ribbons with the rainbow. It's an inaccurate depiction of what the truth of the matter is. And that just simply says that all that stuff is irrelevant. To sit there and try to claim a label and make it theirs, like words, these are our words, you can't have them. You can't claim a word. You can't. It's not possible. You can't own the words. And you have the freedom to speak. It's the law of the land, whatever. You can't claim something like somebody had said something along the lines of having pride in something that I can't remember who it was. They said it was a really important speech. Part of it was about being able to claim something that you have no part of. You can't say, well, I have, I whatever the case is, white pride, black pride, which is another label. You can't have pride, which is supposedly a seven deadly sin, that in something that you had no part in. You were born or whatever it is, like a tree cannot sit there and go, I claim this. Well, whatever. A person cannot claim something they had no part in, so you really can't. It's this thing about participation awards. Well, you can't really get an award for that because you didn't really participate in the act of you being born. You were just born, and two other people had it, or two parts, the sperm and the egg, and it's just something that is completely irrelevant. The labeling has the end, which also goes to all the labeling you see. The alpha male, MGTOW, all this stuff is a front. That's what that stuff is. It's a front. And when you have something along the lines of the labeling, when they talk about the alpha male, it's people seeking to label something. They want to label these people. Here's another thing where I was born a certain way. I was born homosexual. Now, there's another thing about the way that people label words now as they try to claim it as own. Gay does not mean homosexual. It means happy. Cock means rooster. Okay? These slangs of words like Bill from William, I'm sorry, that doesn't work. Chuck from Charles. The slang has gotten out of hand. I don't understand all this other stuff like what I mentioned earlier about the MGTOW, men going their own way. Those are labels that people are trying to seek to try to give some type of merit and saying certain things like it is what it is. This is a stupid saying. And it's a label that people want to claim fame to where they can sort of make money off of it. And as I mentioned, anytime there's a monetary value put on something, it is a failing economic system because money is just paper. It is nothing more. And when you buy into it, you're brainwashed. You're an idiot. You're a retarded person. Thing or whatever you are that you want to claim to be, you're retarded. You're like a retard person would say you're retarded, and they're like, I'm not even as bad as you. People are like, oh my gosh, that's such a bad word. It's a word. It's not. It's a word, and when people take offense to something like that, that's just stupid. Okay, people take a lame, stupid. This is hard. Oh my gosh. So these people try to seek labels to define themselves, and they seek them as I'm gay. So you're happy, it just the there's so much labeling going on. People trying to label everything, and I'm this, I'm that. No, you're not. You're not. Nobody is a color. There's no such thing as black because nobody can actually be black. You're either a really dark brown or you have it's pigmentation of the skin. You cannot label yourself as such. That's why when they fill out these forms, you don't have to sit there and put down what you are because that's basically them trying to label for you to buy into the system. You just don't answer it. You say you're other. And if they ask what it is, well, I'm not any of those things. I'm not this or that or whatever it is. You're not those things. You are not a color. It's a label that people are trying to put on everything. Label, 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 because that helps it more readily identifiable. It makes it easier for people. It's basically them taking away thoughts from people so you don't have to think because it makes it easier. Everything is about ease, convenience store philosophy, the Walgreens world where everything is perfect and all this other nonsensical garbage that they're pumping into the people's brains right now through the television. It's such an inundating bunch of nonsense. I'm just surprised that so many people buy into it. So don't buy into this stuff. Don't. As I've said before, it's all a lie, scam, sham. It's all an infomercial for you to buy something on their channels and all this other stuff. Start thinking for yourselves, okay? Start questioning everything. Do not ever just blindly follow stuff. Don't assume you know something. Don't generalize everything. So use your minds. You have them. Your full brain. It's there. Do not ever be controlled by these things, these whatever you want to call them.